Good morning. Welcome to today's update. The update is to align us to what exactly the trade is doing. Just like I said in the video released over the weekend, that it's either we are going down to correct with 5, or that we have finished all our correction, all our wave C to the downside, and now we are going to break the top. So that is what we got to make out. But based on the price action so far, this is the first day. Based on the price action so far, the first, the second, the third, and this is the fourth day now. There has not been any real intention from the dollar to actually push the price to the downside on euro dollar. So I'm going to just talk on euro dollar and gold now. So there's not been it's actually, the correction is really bullish, telling us that the price probably is going to make higher highs and break above. That is the intention that I'm seeing, that the sellers really has no any meaningful intention to go down. Well, be that as it may, we still need to look into the structure. Is it that they are going right, up now or not? And how to really apply ourselves. So the daily candle formation, has not really given us any big trust to the downside that the dollar is going to go, down to rally. So we are seeing more or less rather two corrective, wave formant. And for me, we're going to correct, and after correction, we're going to break up. So dollar is going to lose strength again. But not in the immediate. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame and look at the price action that we can see now. On the 4-hour time frame, this is what has happened so far. We are trying to correct this rally to the upside, from that the euro probably taking the price to the upside. So we are trying to correct, and this actually, seeing this kind of correction at about the limit of what we thought we thought should give us on the daily time frame, seeing this kind of a correction kind of suggests that the price is going to trust to the upside, but not in the immediate. What I can see is, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, which has ended, and we are seeing an ABC correction of this entire run. That is what I'm seeing right now, an ABC correction of this entire run. Has it ended? I don't think so. I think we still have one more leg to the downside. It's looking as if this is just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or an A, B, C, or B, and now we're going to do a C if I go to the downside. That's what it's looking like to me. Let me bring up my instrument. This is the entire run we are trying to correct now. An A, B, C, sorry, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, which potentially could still be a wave 4, and we're going to correct with 5. But now, in trying to see another leg to the downside now, whatever we get here would now probably tell us if it's an ABC correction or we are having a wave 5 indeed to the downside. So this is what will actually tell us. Now, how do we apply ourselves? Assuming this trade turns to the downside here, we are looking for probably an extension that will break 161.8 to the downside. So what invariably I'm trying to say is that if we are to come down right from where we are now, and this is the limit up here, and this is the low here, And assuming we are coming right down from here, 100 is here, and 1, 2, 3 is here. And once this 1.8 will be here. So a break below here, will tell us that, yes, we are done, and it's not a wave 2 to the downside. Once we break, once it's 1.8, is actually we are correcting wave 5 to the downside. So it won't be a wave 2 to this move. It won't be a wave 2 once we break, once it's 1.8. A corrective wave format can either be, between 100, 123, but not more than 161.8, which is the last that you should expect, but it's rather corrective, too corrective. So we are looking at potentially the price should not break 1 point. Let me just copy that. Here, the price should not break here. Which is 1.05590. So once we have a breakdown to the downside, then we should know that we are coming down again. But for now, I don't think the price is also ready to push up. I don't think so, from what I can see now, because it could easily, except there is a structure break here. And we're going to look at the structure break. And this is a structure of 2 here. And I think we should break the limit of 0.7400 to the upside, then we are done. That means we are going bullish again. But again, this is not ready to come down for what I term as second leg, or a C. If this one is an A, B, and a C, so that C can easily become our 2 for more upside, or can easily become, with 3 to the downside. That's just the thing. So which means that, okay, this will now be a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a 4 to the downside, further downside. So if we break this level, so we have to look at those 2 alternatives. But for now, I'm calling a sell on this. That's what I can see is too corrective. Now let's go right inside of it to look at what has been happening. And so if you look at here, the move so far, this looks more like an A here. Sorry, more like, yeah, the first move of an A here. And this kind of looks like an A, B, C. Okay. An A, B, C of B. And we're going to have a C to the downside. So A, B, and eventually a C to the downside. That's what I can see. You may have called this one a 4 and a 5. It's still the same thing. Does it look like that? Because if you apply ourselves that, okay, this is like the 4th wave to this move, and this is the wave 5, it can still apply like that. So in that way, this will become an A, B, and a C to the downside. So let's see if this one can be a 4, if this is primary 2 here. So we are looking at every possibility that it can give us. From primary 2 down here, this is more than 4. So which means it's an A. So the 4 and 5 is A. So we have an A of B, B of B, and a C of B. So now we're looking at C of B that should give us 5 waves, because we know that A of B, B of B, and the C of B should give us 5 waves. And after 5 waves, we should be coming to the downside. So now I'm not labeling now. So this is A. I just don't want the labeling to waste my time. So this could be A. We have a B. And we're calling a C, leg to the downside. An A here. So a B here, somewhere here. And we are calling a C leg to the downside. And it will still be a C leg, which will now mean the C leg with an A, B, C to be a 2 to this move, and we are breaking up, except we break this level here to the downside, then it makes it that we are going down. Now, so the key is here now, because this is A, B, and C of B. So we are going to look at the C of B more closely to know where we are going. Let's dip into it and look at the structure of C of B. A C of B. Now, in a C of B, we have a 1, we have a 2. We have a 1, a 2. And we think we have finished a 4 and a 5 of the third wave here. This definitely could have been the end of wave 4, and we are doing the last wave to the upside. And if indeed it's C, it should not go beyond 161.8 to the upside. That is what we are saying. If that is the case, if it's not going to go beyond 161.8, if it's C, assuming this is 2, and this is, so this, it's like the lower limit of wave 4, of the big 4, for this move. And so what we are saying is that if it's a C, if we are saying if it's a C, for now, we are seeing a reaction at a 1, 2, 3 extension, if I'm correct, right, from A of B to B of B. So let's look at that to the C of B. So we are saying that price should not break 1.07 350 at least. So 350 at least. Price should not break that. And this is the place to look for at least your sell to the downside. Between here and here, you should be looking for your sell to the downside. Price should not break up here. That's what you are saying. And a break of 1.07400 to the above means that, you know, that has been invalidated because it has to be a C. So now, with that said, let's look into this particular wave. Let's look more into this particular wave to see the last moment what we are seeing here. Now, we believe that this is 4, and this is wave 1 of 5, and this is wave 2 of 5. Now, we are seeing this as a correction to this move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and this is wave 2, which is occurring at about 78.6 or thereabout. So we are having another thrust to the upside. So this is looking like what we will take as a running flat, A, B, and a C. So price may not break here. We are seeing this reaction. So once we break up, then price is going to accelerate to wave 3 to the upside. Once we break this level, or once we break this level to the upside, we are accelerating to wave 3. And wave 3, of course, to this move, a 161.8 is at this level. For this wave 5 here, will be at this level, but ultimately we shouldn't go beyond here. So that is what we can see. So you look for yourself around this area to the downside. Now, if we look for ourselves Once we break up, then that will realign us down to the downside here, because once we break up here, then we can now begin to look for, assuming it's occurring here. So it means that your 161.8, once you're selling, you are looking for 100 at least from here to this point, back up here. If we get a reaction here, means that our 100 is here, our 123 is here, but 161.8 will actually be upper, which is around 105,772. So we should not break. We should be looking for a buy from this level to the upside. And if you have a break and or invalidation of price, breaking this structure to the downside, then you should know that we are going to correct up to sell them all. So I think with that, I've come to the end of Euro USD. So let me quickly go to gold. So we are correcting. So that's what I can say. I can still see this as a wave 1, a wave 2, wave 3 for now, but we are correcting and we're having an ABC at least, not until we validate structure of 1.07400 to the upside. We are still correcting one more leg to the downside. Now let's go to gold. So what do we have on gold? On the daily time frame, gold 2 has been really corrective on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, remember we were seeing this as a wave 1, and we thought probably we are still correcting an ABC, to the downside of wave 4. But now we have invalidated primary 4 here. So you can see this is primary 4 at this level. Price has broken primary 4. It now is telling us that we are actually now correcting wave 2 to the downside. Now, correcting wave 2 to the downside, there are things we must also know. Because it's corrective, you're not going to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3. Now that 1, 2, 3, this might just be your A wave, might have a B, and for a deeper correction, we might have a C before we turn off. This might not be enough for price to gain deeper penetration, but once we break this primary B here, then you should know that we are going up. So for now, we are seeing this as an A B, and a C. Now we are going to now break this C down to what? A 5-wave structure. So between here and here is almost like 78 or thereabouts. So let's look at the 4-hour structure. So obviously now we are correcting wave 2. So from the top here, this is like A and a B and a C. So this is the C leg. And like I said, the C should not go beyond 161.8. It has pulled beyond, let's bring out our. So if you look at it, this is from here, this is an A, B, and a C. C has broken 100, it has broken 123, this is 161.8. So price should not break this. And that is what is expected. Price should not break this for now, which is 1940 or 19. The invalidation for wave 4 here is around this area, which is around 1938, 89. So, but we might just get a reaction to correct it with B and throw one more leg to the downside once we don't break up this area. If you look at the retracement here on gold, this is 85. So that's 85 retracement on gold. So if you are thinking, and that's why it can get, funny for you, because it's 85, okay, you say it's wave 2, and because it's wave 2, yeah, of course, it still works with it, but it shouldn't be more than 161.8, but it's really A, B, and a C because it's corrective. Because what we have seen is actually quite bullish, so it's corrective, and we do not expect this current wave to break 161.8. That is being corrective. A break below 161.8, this leg breaking below 161.8, it's the structure is violated in a way. We may have double correction, so we are anticipating, we can only anticipate the double correction, which is from here to the upside, and to come down. The double correction, let's see, if you're going to have double correction, should not go beyond 85, 86.5. If you get a reaction down here, that means we can still buy up to this point. You can buy up to this point while we're looking for whatever reaction we can get in this zone here, between here and here, for if we're going to have a second leg to the downside, which will mean a very deeper correction of a zigzag if you're going to get that. But for now, we are expecting reaction any moment from now to go up. Well, I am thinking that is going to get actually into this area of 1941 or thereabout before we go up, for that reaction. So we're going to look inside of here. This is a 5-way structure to the downside, and this is an A, B, C to the upside here now. So that's what we can see. In trying to understand this ended here, and that is why it's not a 1-2. It's going to get too confused once you cannot really understand how to navigate around this area. So you get it messed up, really. It has finished here. It has finished this wave to the downside. It has finished this wave here. This is an A here. This is an A B. Okay, so, this is the first move of an A. And we have a B. And this is the C. Now, in having the C also, we have a correction in the middle here also in having this C, because it's not just A, B, C like that. We having the first move here, and we have this also into an A here, which is the first correction to the downside, B, and a C before this last move. So so if you look at it, that is the way it is. Now, we are now focusing on this area for us to pick if we have a 5-wave structure to the downside. That's 1 hour now. So we can see that this is like a 1 and a 2 here. So the 2 is actually here. But if you're going to look at the primary 2 might be up here. But, on this time frame, we have A, B, C, and this is the height of a 2 here. And then this is like the 3rd wave, and this is 4th wave around this area. So the 3rd wave breaking this and giving us, remember I was explaining something that this one ended here, really, and this is wave 5 here of this particular move ended here, and we have an A, an AB, and a C. In trying to understand this also, we should see this as an this move A, B, sorry, this move A, B, C, then we have this last part. So a 161.8 and a 4, which means this is the third wave here of this move, and this is a 4, and we're in the last wave. So we are seeing this as the wave 5 to end this structure. And that's what we are saying now. We are seeing this as a wave 5 to end this structure around this area. So we should be having a reaction to the upside around this area. Again, I've answered your questions in case you want to ask me. Can it break below here? We should not expect it to break below here, because if indeed it's corrective to this entire run, if it's corrective to this entire run, the lower limit of a corrective wave, at least in a single wave, is 161.8. We may now do a B. It will make this an A. We may now do a B and a C leg before we turn up. But for now, this is the area we are expecting a reaction. Price may not be perfect though. It may just float up without touching it. It may break it a bit, but we should not expect anything to close below here. Candle should not close below here. We may have a spike, and that's why we try to guide ourselves at times. So, but now let's look into this structure. This is perfectly an ABC of a 4. If I go into the 15 minutes time frame, the 15 minutes time frame, this is an ABC of a 4. Where this is an A, we have an A, B, C here of a B, and we have the last one, which is the with C of that with 4, and which ran also is a truncated 5 here. Now we're now beginning a wave 5 proper. So in trying to see this as a wave 5 to the downside, and this is a move here. We have this a 2 of the primary structure, a 1, a 2, and a 3, a 4, 5 to finish the primary structure here, and we have a 2 here, which is an A, B, C also here of that 2. So this is a wave 2 here. This will be a primary 2, but this is a 2 here. Then we should have this as a 3 and a 4 and a 5 of 3. So if you look at it, we should have at least a 161.8 to break. So it's a 161.8 around this area, which qualifies this one to be a 3, and we are seeing a reaction of a 4 of this. So a reaction of a 4, if this is a 4 of this, if this is a 4 of this from 2 to 3, it should not break 40 or 38. Exact reaction at 38 to the downside. So I believe that we have done 4th wave here, A, B, C, a 4th wave of wave 5, the final leg. So we're now doing a wave 5 of the 5, which is the last very wave, which may still pull. I believe that these are done with 1 of 5. If you go into the 5 minutes time frame, you can understand the broccoli now. This is a 4, and we're into 5, and a 4 again of that 5, here. Then we are doing the 5 of 5, which is going to count 5 waves to the downside. So that is the final broccoli. So if we go inside a 5 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame, I don't believe maybe it's not done yet. It's going to count a 1. Probably it might break this structure down or not. Go to a 2, maybe around this area. This might just be primary 2 here. Maybe a 2, a 3, and we are still going to break to the downside anyway. I don't believe it is done. It's going to go up without breaking this structure to the upside. Yes, without breaking this to the upside. Once we break this structure to the upside, then we are coming up for now. So for now, this is our limit. This will limit us to the upside. We may come up around this area to correct a wave 2, and break to the downside again. In case you are looking for an opportunity to set your a buy, price may touch here or not, but we are going to be looking at as when this correction breaks here, we must have a sharp thrust again in this time frame, or maybe probably 5 minutes, 1 minute time frame to the downside to give us a third wave, a 4 and a 5, and before we turn up. And that ends today's update.